Alright guys, check this out. Today on the channel, we've got the Lamtto RC14 smart screen sent to us from Lamtto to share with you guys here today. We're going to first look at the RC14 on the front of the box. On the back here, we have voice controls, touchscreen, as well as GPS advertised. 4 ways of sound with the built-in speaker, through the auxiliary cable, FM transmitter, as well as connecting directly to your vehicle through Bluetooth. Got GPS navigation by connecting your device to the RC14 for real-time GPS, voice controls which support Siri as well as Google Assistant, and the touchscreen has a resolution of 1600 by 600 high def. Now, I'm looking forward to cracking into this, guys, so we're going to get everything that's in the box here on the bench and continue on. Alright, including the box, we have a warranty service card. All Lamtto products come with a 12-month warranty from date of purchase. That can be extended to 24 months. You can contact Lamtto direct through the email address listed in the card or by scanning the QR code. User manual. User manual on this one is in English, Chinese, Dutch, French, Italian, and Spanish. And just scrolling through it here quickly, looks like it goes over absolutely everything you need to know in detail to get the RC14 installed and up and running, so I'll keep that nearby. You have your AV cable. Now this pry tool that comes with it is great for tucking in the wires underneath your vehicle's moldings for a nice clean install. Power cable, going to plug into a power socket. And it's rated for 12 to 24 volts, also has the FM transmitter built into it, and on the other end is a Type-C USB that's going to plug into the RC14 to power it up. The other bunch of cables here, this is for your reverse camera, your backup camera, your rear camera, whatever you want to call it. This end will plug into the RC14, that end will plug into the camera, and then this loose red wire here is going to be wired into your reverse lights, which the user manual does go over in detail to help you out with that. RC14 has 2 types of mounts included with it. We have the suction cup mount here, which has a crazy amount of adjustment. You can loosen that knob for your height adjustment, this knob here for in and out adjustment, and we have a ball socket on the end for your directional adjustment. And on the end here, that's your attachment point right there that'll attach directly to the back side of the RC14. Now you're going to use this to mount it to your windshield or to your dash by mounting the included disc that has double-sided adhesive pad on the back. Stick that to your dash. You can stick the suction cup to that and you're good to go to use this mount. Or you can use the mount that comes pre-attached to the RC14, and it's not hard to take off. This one, which has a flexible base on it. Again, you got your adhesive pad on the bottom and you can just mount that directly to your dash if that works for you. Now, also included, we have an additional adhesive pad here for the dash mount, as well as we have a couple other pads. Those are going to be for your reverse camera, rear camera, your backup camera, whatever you want to call it. It's right there, 1080 high def camera. Take that protective film off the lens there. There's the end that's going to plug into the harness that we already looked at. So that should be pretty easy to run. Don't see any issues with that. And also included, it gave you a couple little adhesive attachments here, little mounts to help keep the wiring all nice and neat. RC14 has a 9.26-inch high-def touchscreen display. On the backside is your front-facing 4K camera, which is fully adjustable up and down, as well as directional, so you can fine-tune it to have it pointing exactly where you need it. Your mounting adapter on the top is your power button, and along the side are all your inputs. You have your auxiliary input, your AV input for the rear camera, your Type-C power input, and then it also has a micro SD card slot. And it came pre-installed with a 64 gig micro SD card. That's great. So that's about all to look at here, guys. We're going to head outside and get the RC14 installed. Right, here's where we're going to be installing the RC14. We got a 2010 Ford Explorer Sport Track here. It's my son's truck, and he's going to be pretty much taking over the install here. I'm going to be here to assist him, but I don't believe we're going to have any issues getting the RC14 installed. We have the manual on hand if we need it. So we're just going to get into it, guys, and we'll check in every now and then throughout the install. So we've been looking at the mounting brackets here. discussing where we're going to mount the RC14. Initially, we were looking at using this bracket here and mounting it to the dash, but it doesn't really position the RC14 where we want it. So we decided to switch it out for the suction cup mount, and this is going to work out perfect. Mount's got a very nice sticky back to it, and we're just going to position that and stick it directly to the window. There we go. And the RC14 is just going to attach right through the tabs back there. There we go. And now we can position it where we need it. We've got all those adjustments that we showed you at the bench there. We can adjust it up a little bit. In and out if we need to. I think that looks pretty good there. What do you think? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so that's kind of going to be not the final setup, but we're adjusted to where we're happy and it's going to be usable. So now I'm going to go and start running wires and getting everything hooked up. On this truck specifically, all the power and everything is going to be coming out of the center console. We'll give you a look at that, and we're going to have to run it up through the dash here. So we actually don't have that long of a distance from where we have power to where we need to plug it into the RC14. So for us, it's going to be pretty easy. Should only take us, 5-10 minutes to have everything hooked up here. And then we'll move outside and install the rear camera. We're going to actually use it as a backup camera. We have different options to mounting it. We'll give you a look at that once we head outside to work on that part of the install. All right, we're going to run the power cable now. We've got the dash pulled apart, center console pulled apart. On this vehicle, our power socket is in the center console. Often you'll see it on the face of the dash. Not on this vehicle, so we're going to run it in behind the dash, through the center console, and should keep our wiring nice and concealed. We've got the power cable run up to the RC14. We've got some excess cable that we're just going to leave tucked in underneath the center console, and our power socket, plug it in, which will power up the RC14. Start screen there. Now my son's going to mess around with that for a few minutes. I've got some more cables to run. We're going to run the AV cable through. Once that's all run through, we're going to get to the back of the truck and install the backup camera. So he's going to mess around with this. There's some setup procedure. I'm just going to continue on with the install. I left for a couple minutes, came back. My son's got this figured out. He's currently using the, what is it? Android Cast? Okay, so he's using the Android Cast, and he's casting directly from his phone to the RC14 here. This is awesome. So we're obviously watching our favorite YouTube channel, Van City RC, of course. This is cool. With the AV cable, we've got it able to run through the car stereo. This is cool, guys. Very cool. So check this out. We can go to the home. Nice touchscreen display. Very sensitive. Go back to the cast. Turn that down a bit.
I think
what?
You go back to home.
Yeah.
Audio output.
Auxiliary. There we go. See, we're learning, guys. Now it's only because it was going through the speaker here. I think it was on here.
Yeah, it was on speaker.
So now it's going through the audio of the RC14. We have Bluetooth audio, which we can connect FM through the FM transmitter that's built into the power adapter, and auxiliary. That's way better. Back to Android Cast. And there we go. This is awesome. Like the fact, now mom's in the store shopping. We have your truck. We can sit here and just watch YouTube. This is amazing. Other thing I really liked that I got a glimpse of is, we'll hit the camera button here. There's the high def front camera, 4K camera, super clear, looks amazing. Nice clear day obviously out here today, a little chilly, but we're actually going to head outside now and start getting the rear camera, the backup camera installed. I've still got the dash all pulled apart because I've got to run those cables and hook them up to the RC14. Shouldn't be a big deal, so we're going to head out and we're going to get the backup camera installed. Ready to get the backup camera installed now, and the reason my son's taking the license plate off because I've got this aftermarket license plate mount for the backup cameras. I'm going to leave links down below in the description. I didn't want this in the back window and I don't want to screw it directly into the truck itself, so these come in quite handy. We'll get this mounted and we'll attach the camera to this bracket, and then we'll run all the wiring up to the RC14 and we should be good to calibrate the backup camera from there. That's what the camera looks like mounted to the aftermarket license plate bracket. We're going to get that mounted. Positioning looks good. We're going to run the wire in behind the license plate out the bottom here. We're going to connect it to the harness, and then we still have to hardwire this red wire here, looking at the manual, to the power of your tail lights or your reverse lights, I believe. So I'm going to get that all wired in. Shouldn't be a big deal. We'll figure out where the harness is going there, or I'll pull out a tail light to get that sorted, and then we'll run the cable underneath, bring it into the vehicle somewhere, run it up through the dash, plug it into the RC14, and we should be good to go and have the rear camera working.
1,000 years later.
Alright guys, it's a new day. We're back at it with the RC14 install. We've got a late start on it yesterday and got dark out before we could get the backup camera wire run up to the head unit there. Now we've got it all wired up. It's working. We've tested it, but we've had to pull apart the back of the truck here to find a place to get this wire brought into the cab here so we can actually connect it to the RC14. So that's where we're at right now. Another beautiful day out, so should be no issues here. We're going to get this up and running, and then we'll be testing it out. I just got back into the truck. My son's been messing around here. He's actually got the reverse camera opened up here and just calibrating it. What do you do to calibrate it, since I did not see this?
Move the sliders back and forth.
Okay, so you're just using the touch screen and moving the lines. Cool. Alright, well I'll let you get that. Actually, that doesn't look too bad there, does it? Right, it's getting a little bit late in the day here. We're going to head out for a quick cruise. We've got the RC14 powered on, navigation on the screen. My son's got it connected to Android Auto. He has an Android device. It's also compatible with CarPlay if you have an iOS device. So either or, you're covered with the RC14 here. So let's head out. I've been messing around with the RC14 for the past few minutes, just getting familiar with it. And tell you what, this thing is a breeze to use, easy to navigate. Let's just go back to the home screen here. Look at all the options you have. CarPlay, Android Auto, AirPlay, Android Cast, Bluetooth music, audio output, playback, and settings. Settings are nicely laid out. We've got our general settings, camera settings, system settings. Go back to your home screen right there on the left. You can adjust the brightness. It's on auto right now. We've got our sound. So we've already gone over this: auxiliary, FM, Bluetooth audio, and speaker. And then back to the camera. There's our front-facing camera, slide over, there's our rear, and split screen. So guys, I think we're gonna get ready to wrap this one up now. Thanks to Lamtto for sending out the RC14 for me to share with you guys. If you want to get some more info or even grab one for yourself, links are down below in the description. Check it out there, and we'll see you on the next one.
Then I'm surfing in California when I'm paid off. I'll be blurring my vision, sipping on that bass sauce. La da da, watch out, I'm coming, yeah. Blow up, yeah, I just wanna blow up, yeah, I just wanna blow up, yeah, I just wanna blow up, 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 blow